Hi, this is Wendy from needlepointers.com. We have several greeting cards on our website, and someone has asked for us to show a sample of a card that could be sent to men or something that would be more gender neutral. So the tutorial for today is to show you a birthday card or a greeting card for a man. The supplies that you're going to need are a number 2 pencil, a black colored pencil, a blue colored pencil, the same colors for watercolor markers, very fine point tip, a Sharpie, and pink eraser. These seem to be the best. And I have my blank note card here. First thing is to make 2 pencil swags. So I'm gonna start up here about 1/4 of the way in, make a swag going down this way, and make a swag going the other way that ends at about 1/4 of the way up. The next thing that I'm going to do is look at the words for my greeting. I've written the words happy birthday here, since this is a birthday card. And I'm looking at my words on my scrap paper, and I can see that the P in happy is going to be the center, and the T and the H, there is no space for the center, so they will be on either side of the center point. I'll mark the center here, and the center here, I just eyeball it. Okay, so the center of the first one is the pennant for the P. And we have another P, then Y, then A, and H, and you're doing this with your pencil. Birthday has T and H on either side of the center. So we'll do the H here. So now we have our swag. Our center points were marked. And then we made the pennant based on our scrap paper with our greeting. Okay, the next step is to trace the swag with the fine tip Sharpie. And then outline the pennants. And finally, once we've outlined this with the permanent marker, take the eraser and erase all of the pencil marks. Shouldn't be able to see any pencil marks here. And be sure you get the center marks off if you made them very dark like I did. Okay, once we've done that, we've outlined our pennants and our swags. The next thing we're going to do is trace the pennants with our markers. And I'm gonna start out with gray. And I'm gonna do every other pennant with the gray marker. Now my other color is blue, so I take that watercolor marker and trace around those pennants that are left. Now that we have our card, I'm going to take the colored pencils and I'm going to color in the appropriate marker pennants. So this is gray, so I'm going to do a light with black to make it a gray. And I'll lightly do black here. Okay, I'll do the same for the blue. Okay, now I'm going to take the black watercolor marker and go across here, tracing where I went with the fine tip marker, just to sharpen those lines up. And for the pennants, I'm going to go on the outside of where I colored with my marker. So you can see the marker on the outside of the pennants. Okay, for the next step, I'm going to write the letters for the words. And I'll use my watercolor black. And I'll just write in happy birthday. So to spark the card up a little bit, I'm taking the blue watercolor and the fine tip side of it and just making some confetti. Just some squiggly lines and then some dots for more confetti. There, and the happy birthday card is complete. Okay, I wanted to show you another card that seemed gender neutral. And here I did a card that says, I love you. And our other card opened at the bottom for happy birthday. This one opens at the side since there are 3 words. And I did the swags, and I used red and white as the colors for I love you. At first I had it open at the bottom, and with the 3 words, it didn't seem to look quite right for me. So I turned it this way, did the I love you, and did some of the confetti around it, and that card's done. Okay, we have both greeting cards made, and thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video tutorial on how to make these gender neutral cards. If you enjoyed this card making tutorial, please like, share, and pin. Subscribe to our channel and go to our website, needlepointers.com, where you can sign up for our weekly newsletter so you don't miss any of our card making and other craft tutorials. Bye for now.